Greetings, this is Almendorius, and here we have an example of something that World of Warships does not have. Night battles. These are fun. You can have some very interesting moments in them. This is my very first one, and I literally just did that today. Unfortunately, it had to be in the Repulse. I don't like the Repulse. Its play style is a mix of battleship and battleship and cruiser, because it is a Tier 5 premium battle cruiser, which means it's very fast, very maneuverable. I mean, it's not as fast as the Congo, but it's more maneuverable than the Congo. It's got big guns. I do believe they're 15-inch guns. And they fire fast. However, they are not very accurate. They don't have the same range a battleship does. And the ship is a battle cruiser, so it has no, well, I shouldn't say no armor, but it does not have battleship armor. Yeah, so 9 times out of 10 when you're in a match that isn't this one, and you're in the Repulse, the moment you're spotted, you're dead, because your armor is insufficient to withstand the likes of the Issei, for example, even the Congo. Within my Congo, I've eaten Repulses alive, no problem. Just because, well, you get the idea of the difference in the range. Like, the Congo just has so much more range on its guns. It's the same. It's faster, so the Repulse can't outrun it, and it's got better armor than the Repulse. So, fast battleship for the win. But there are people out there that can make this ship work, and it's a free ship, so I don't know if if anyone joining now would be able to get it, because I do believe it was a Christmas gift from the developers of Steel Ocean, and so I don't know if it'll ever be available again. I hope that didn't make it through. If it did, I apologize. But anyway, the night battles are very interesting. As I said before, they're a lot of fun. Submarines are, just like I said before, submarines are king in these battles. Well, the reason for that is that submarines use sonar to detect their targets. Most surface ships are visual hunters, if you will. So submarines get a distinct advantage when it comes to spotting ships on night maps. Destroyers would have the second advantage, although I don't know if they detect other ships with their sonar or just subs. And of course, poor old cruisers and battleships, they're carriers. Well, I don't even know if carriers can deploy on night battles. Anyway, as you can see in the game, you typically have the option of searchlight and flare. As far as I can tell, well, at least as far as the Repulse is concerned, ships that fall in the battleship sort of class, even though Repulse is a battle cruiser, not a battleship, it still, for gameplay purposes, falls in the same category as battleships. Don't get searchlights. They do get a lot of flares, and flares are quite useful. You just have to be careful where you deploy them. As you saw at the start of the game, someone shot up their flare, and oh look, there they are. They launch like smoke bombs, so you can, as you probably saw a second ago, you can actually fire them quite a ways away from you. Use them to fire ahead and spot your targets. So it adds a dynamic to the game that is very, very interesting. It gives smaller ships a much higher chance against larger ships like battleships. Because, believe me, in this game, destroyers don't have it easy. Anyway, there isn't too much to talk about for most of the game here, so I'm not going to flaunt my gums too much. I'll just speak up on key points. Yeah, that poor Atlanta in there. Tried to help him, but yeah, didn't work. He came under fire by everything. No, enemy subs ahead of me, and luckily for me, this early on, he didn't catch me unaware, so I was able to took a little bit of damage there from the Repulsive destroyer that's in there. I managed to avoid him. Now I know that particular subclass has aft torpedoes. So what I do here is get myself turning and then get the landmass between me and him so he can't just fire at will at me with his aft torpedoes and dodge the ones he actually fired at me just now. Now, this is where things start getting a little more interesting on the combat side of things. Let's keep enemy battleships spotted. Smaller enemy surface vessels also spotted. That poor destroyer gets killed before my shells land. Oh, never mind. I lied. That was in an earlier game that happened. You ever notice that though, like even in World of Warships, you have multiple ships firing the same target, you're watching your shells go in, and just before they hit, it looks like the enemy, not enemy, one of your teammates' shells like zip right in at supersonic speed to, well, supersonic, yeah, Mach speed. Oh yeah, here I use my concede ability to decrease my time, my reload time. But anyway, they zip in at Mach speed and steal the kill right out from under you. Oh boy. Nothing to be sour about, really. As long as you're the one that inflicted the most of the damage. As you can see, that that one destroyer kind of went outside the flare, so we lost sight of it. But now another flare shoots up overhead, and he's visible again. Slow down, fire my shots. Those do not hit. That much I do know for certainty. So I think what happened there is that he had gotten hit by a torpedo and flooded out. Maybe. I might be wrong about that. But he was on pretty low health and just chugging along there. I've been spotted. Well, flared. And I'm going to see if I can widen the screen just a bit here. Because I want to know if I'll leave the surprise. So there goes that battleship. Drop smoke on that guy to try to help him. And eliminate there. Here comes this is a Wyoming, I believe. I don't even know if that other one was a battleship. I don't think it was. I think I miscalled that. It's hard to tell because while I'm recording this, everything's really tiny. So I played this a couple hours ago, so I know some of the details are a little bit fuzzy because I had a few other games in amongst it as well. Here I am shooting at this this Iowa, and again, this thing does have a good rate of fire and big guns, but that's another disadvantage of the Repulse. It's AA sucks. It's horrible. Boom, got him. Another kill. Oh look, that's the surprise. I don't know if he was on my radar until just now or what, but luckily that belt armor is coming into play. The heavy armor and stopping his secondaries from penetrating my my hull. He doesn't seem to be smart enough to aim for the superstructure. There his primaries get a hit on me. Firing my secondaries, those ones missed. Bringing my primaries around again. Now I'm trying to stay on his ass to prevent him from getting a full broadside on me. However, my allies decide at this point they're going to start firing torpedoes into the attack. So I have to straighten out, which, as you can see in a second, yeah, here it comes. Boom. Yeah. Dropped me down to half health, and it took out my engine, which is, well, death to this thing. I do believe he's going to flood out because he took a torpedo hit. I'm going to fire my secondaries, they do nothing. But, yeah, he flooded out. Gone. So now, here's where I make a horrible, horrible mistake. At this point I'm thinking, you know, well, you know, this has actually been a pretty good game. Still don't like the Repulse, but, you know, it went pretty well. And I've been spotted, and I was like, you know, those submarines are probably lurking by the cap inside in that general area, waiting for big fat ships like me to come inside and, well, be unable to maneuver. As it turns out, that's not quite true. As it turns out, there's one in front of me, and there's another one beside me. Because suddenly I'm eating torpedoes. I mean, kudos to these guys. They, you know, they played their roles well, and actually they won this game. So it was these subs that won the game. So, you know, kudos to these guys. Hats off. They did a great job. But yeah. Anyway, this has been Almendorius giving you a taste of night battles in Steel Ocean. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one. Take care.